EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present opening round coverage of the PGA Championship.
I tell you, there's long and long, and that with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
It's no snack, though.
That's a nice roll, and with that birdie, now 2 under par for the tournament. Frank, here at Whistling Straits, bold is beautiful, and this second hole is certainly bold.
That it is. Bold, and if you can hit a long one down the left side, they'll open up a good view to this green. But believe me, if you miss left or right, well, you're going to find the sand.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. This is a 13-footer. Frank, that looked good to me. So the short miss, and those are painful. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
His momentum can quit. All things pointed to a good week. Birdie there, very important right now.
Playing some good golf. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Getting set now over the putt. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Nice par to remain at 2 under. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
By the green right now, keep doing the same thing.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there, and right down Peachtree. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard. They can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
Frank, you don't see holes like the 5th here at Whistling Straits all that often, do you?
And not just the shape of the hole, the length. Pete Dyer's managed to put both the length and the design of the hole together to make it brutally tough, but at the same time strategically brilliant.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, mistake-free golf. You hope you can keep it together. Possibility of a very special round here.
Yeah, the only real thing to worry about is not to get too far ahead of yourself. At the moment, the swing looks tremendous. And just keep the round ticking over, one hole at a time. I know it sounds like a cliche, but right now, he's exactly where he wants to be.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Oh, I thought he had that. You hate to miss the short ones. Ouch. He has this putt for birdie. Once considered the best PGA teaching pro in the country, our featured golfer makes birdie and now sits comfortably inside the cut line. Hole number 6 and another scenic view off the tee. It's a 409-yard par 4.
Yeah, the hole is well bunkered around the 300-yard mark. Ideally, you want to have that tee shot just short of that. Then it's not too hard a second shot.
That one came right off the meat of the bat. He really laid into that.
More than got a piece of that. Should be safely on deck.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Excellent read for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. Frank, some of these holes are absolute mind blowers. I mean, this 7th is like nothing I've ever seen.
It actually reminds me of a hole in New South Wales in Australia at the La Perouse or New South Wales golf course. Just the way in which it cuts into the coast. Just a gorgeous par 3.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, check out all the bunkers on the right.
I can't count them on one hand, that's for sure. Just another example of how Pete Dye is just has gone to work in the way in which he's protected these holes.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. With these downhill shots, really the key is always balance, and maybe you want to take a little bit of a wider setup, and then club selection obviously is important. You maybe take a little less club and just try not to overswing. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation.
Obviously, you can't make them all from that distance, Rich, but you'd like to give it a real good run.
And getting ready for the putt. Good, confident stroke. That's what you like to see. Putting for par. Stays at 6 under. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the...
And this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree and mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Just a little tap in here. Now to 7 under par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel. 645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
Excellent position, just a huge shot. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
This is a 23-foot putt.
Never looked like missing.
We're now at the 11th hole, and this is a huge par 5. 645 yards, Frank, that's a biggie.
And plus, this hole bends to the right, which sort of makes you think that you can hit it down the right side. But if you miss down the right, there's just a multitude of bunkers that'll swallow up that ball, and you're nearly guaranteed to make at least 6.
Early part of this second 9, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, I thought he made that. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
In for par. Thirteenth hole now, and by the looks of this one, Frank, if you were right off the tee, things could go horribly wrong.
Massive drop-offs and bunkers to the right. It's doubtful that you'd ever get a good lie if you missed this fairway on the right. So, flip side, keep the ball down the left.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Now to the par 4 14th. It is a dogleg left, about 396 yards.
Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards, only leaves 145 in.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Building something very special at 12 under par. Ready to go here at the 15th tee, and by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen.
It's very picturesque, that's for sure, but don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits. Oh, that was sweet.
Absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable.
I knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. Frank, the 17th hole. I don't like the sound of it. It's called pinched nerve. And I'm not sure I like the look of it. 249 yards and all sorts of trouble to the left.
Well, trouble to the left, there is some 20 feet below the level of the green, so that's a no-go zone. And then, of course, on the right, there's a huge mound, a sand dune there with a bunker in it. That sort of makes you hit that tee shot a little further left. But believe me, there is a little bit of green in between both.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. Oh, this is a huge putt. It's in.
Frank, quite a finishing hole, and that's as it should be. This is, after all, a major championship.
Well, you can see why Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, Dustin Johnson have played well here. This finishing hole requires the long hitter's best tee shot, preferably just a little down the right side, because that's the safer side to be.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be, what, 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present second round coverage of the PGA Championship.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Can't wait to write those on the card. One below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. Frank, how about the par 5, 597 yards second hole?